Hey there trainers, Alakaham here with some more Pokemon video magic, and as I'm sure many of you are aware, there was a Poplio Community Day this past weekend, and if you evolved a Primarina from your Poplio, then it got the elite move Hydro Cannon. And Hydro Cannon, in my opinion, is one of the best moves in the game, and I think the game stats support that too. It's a pretty great charge move. And this video is just me messing around with using Primarina in different leagues. So I've got a couple of Great League versions with a couple of different move sets to showcase for you. And I use Primarina in the Ultra League and in the Master League. Primarina is better for sure. It is definitely better with this particular move. I didn't find it to be as as strong or as much better as maybe some other people have touted. It's still using fast moves that require a lot of time to build up the energy to get to the moves. So Hydro Cannon definitely helps with that, but it's still going to take a little time, which means that Master League is going to be where it performs the best because that's where it's going to have the most bulk, but you're going to have to expend a lot of XL candy because it's not really built to get way up into the upper thousands like the legendary Pokemon out there, right? So, and this Pokemon is going to struggle a bit as Poison Sting gets buffed for the coming season that's going to begin later this week. So I think we're going to be seeing a resurgence of poison types, and that's going to be rough for Primarina anywhere except probably the Master League. But in Master League, it's looking much more promising, and it's going to work out a lot better for folks, I think. So all of that commentary was over what I thought was the most basic use of Primarina with a pretty typical moveset. I do like running Waterfall instead of Charm, even though Charm is what's recommended by PvPoke. And I like Waterfall because it gains energy a little faster and it still chunks damage and it still gets stab. So I just tend to like that a little more, and I've liked using Waterfall on Primarina ever since Primarina was introduced, even before this Community Day. But I do have a shiny version where I'm running Charm as the fast move and then double water moves. We've got, of course, Hydro Cannon as the legacy move here, and then also whatever this other water move is that's been introduced, Water Aria, and it's okay. That move's all right. It's gives an alternative, I guess, to Hydro Cannon in case you didn't get that move this weekend or the Elite TM or whatever. But Hydro Cannon is just going to be better, and then having two water moves doesn't offer all that much coverage. So seems like the way to go for me is Waterfall with Hydro Cannon and Disarming Voice. I don't have that many charge TMs right now, so if I ended up with Moonblast instead of Disarming Voice, I just kind of stuck with it, right? Because I'll have time to deal with that later, and I would rather save charge TMs for other stuff. Okay, we're through the Great League. Now you can see a little bit about performance in the Ultra League. And we've got a Water Fairy against a Water Fairy. I'm nervous about getting hit with a Nature's Madness there from Tapu Fini, and I was correct. I'm going to go for a bait, hoping that they will mirror my shield. So there's the Hydro Cannon. They do shield the Hydro Cannon, and I'm going to build up like I have a Moonblast and then throw the Hydro again. They probably assume that I have a cheaper Fairy type move here, but I do not, so that's fine. And they also baited this time with the Surf, so I'm going to go immediately to the Hydro Cannon to chunk as much damage as I can. Unfortunately, they catch onto a Venusaur, so I'm going to build up just a little bit of energy, then I'm going to swap over into Skeledirge. And Skeledirge is a really good meta player right now, great on pretty much any team. I get wrecked by Skeledirge all the time, and usually I start running Skeledirge when I just get angry enough that other people have beat me a bunch of times with it. And this opponent was not ready For a Skeledirge, it has the perfect typing to beat both of their back Pokemon, so I think they were hoping to get rid of Skeledirge in the front with their Tapu Fini, but that didn't work out this time. We also could have dealt with their back Pokemon with Primarina, so that would have been perfectly fine. And here we are in the Master League. Unfortunately, I did not get a great Primarina for Master League, and so I just kept the one that I already had, which is a 2-star that I had been using for the Master League Premier Cup. So it's not great, but it's okay. And I went ahead and gave it Hydro Cannon because I don't see myself building up another one with anything I caught on the community day. I shielded what I was afraid could be a potential Earthquake, but if I were counting the moves better, I should have known that that was just a Crunch, and Crunch is going to be resisted. I bait with a Hydro Cannon, and I think I do actually have a cheaper Fairy move. This time I know it's Crunch, and yeah, I do have Disarming Voice there. And I've got moves loaded, but I wanted to go ahead and come in with the Necrozma because Necrozma is going to do super effective fast move damage against the Solgaleo, and the charge move will also do super effective damage here. So I'm either going to take him out or force that shield. I do force the shield. They're probably going to go for Psychic Fangs here. Nope, they go for Iron Head to try and take me out. Don't quite take me out, so they have a little bit of health left, and I come in trying desperately to farm down with Primarina. I feel okay using a shield here because Psychic Fangs would definitely chunk, and I know that their Zygarde Complete is on empty. It does not have any energy. So there's Disarming Voice number 1, and number 2 is going to take it out. And let me tell you, nothing feels better than taking out a Zygarde Complete form because evolving those things is ridiculous, and I'm angry and jealous about everyone who has one. So that felt very satisfying. Primarina, pretty cool. Not amazing, but pretty cool. Hope you had a good community day. Like and subscribe.